In a forest that's always green, this year it looks like autumn came early. This silver fire has left thousands of acres in the Gila National Forest destroyed. The flames turned the leaves of the evergreen trees brown and black. The fire is beginning to die down, though.
The fire's laying down. It's not making the big runs. It's not torching like it was.
That's Iris Estes. She's a public information officer with New Mexico's incident management team. With the fire drawing back, so is the number of people who fight it.
We're really looking at about 700 people. Now we're going to be kind of downsizing to about less than 100 is what we're looking at. So it brings in a different type of team. And we're going to be a Type 3 IC that'll be coming in, which we'll transition with, and with a good debriefing of what occurred and then what they've got left to do as far as work that's left on the incident.
Richard Nieto is the deputy commander here at an elementary school outside Silver City that became Incident Command. The number of responders is drawing back, and so is the type, from Type 2, who work on a mostly national scale, to Type 3, where most responders are from New Mexico.
So with the Type 3 team, they'll come in and whatever residual work was left to complete, they'll work on that. So, and that's what we got lined up for right now.
Deputy Commander Nieto, like others here, wears a purple ribbon on his shirt to remember the 19 firefighters who died in Arizona's Yarnell Hill fire. He knew one of them personally.
I think first and foremost is the families, what they're going through. I think we all know that in this line of business, it's inherently dangerous. I think number one is just what those families are going through now, and it's a brotherhood. And I think we all, that's our worst case that we all think about and do this profession. And I think that's the number one thing, is that whatever support as a family, that we are that extended family to everyone, and that's really that. I think we all realize what this job is, and I think we all know that, but I think that's why our heart goes out to those families, and whatever we can do to support them, as we'll all do that. I know they do the same for me, and they do it for everybody else as well.
Well, it's eerie, to say the least, to be here in this forest with a charred tree behind me. It smells like a campfire in the air, but it's anything but a campfire that ripped through here. It was a force of nature, and another force of nature is headed this way. Even as I stand here in the breeze with the smell of smoke still in the air, I can hear thunder starting to roll. Thunder that brings rain, but also what first started this fire, lightning. The weather is always on the mind of those in command. Deputy Commander Nieto.
Best case scenario is that the weather does indeed come in and we get measurable precip, which some of the models are indicating that that's happening. So that's where, like National Weather Services, some aspects we're getting here for this particular area, they feel very confident in that. So we'll see how that happens. You know how weather goes. So we'll see how that plays out to get measurable precip, and that's what we're looking at.
So far, injuries in this fire have been limited to blisters and dehydration.
We had 6 minor injuries, we called, but they were not lost time injuries at all. So it was a very good safety record. The folks did a very good job in doing so, given the conditions that we had the last 10 days.
Public Information Officer Estes says dehydration affected people most who aren't from this area.
We've had teams from all over the country, the firefighting crews come in from all over the nation, Minnesota, I think one from Alabama, and they're not used to this dry, that we have. It will take time, but the charred remains will come back to life. The evergreens will again one day live up to their name. But long before that, the change is here in the ranks as one team hands the fire over to another team, 1/7 its size. For KRWG News, Sloan Patton, Silver City.